Okay, thanks for coming back. Sorry about that. I didn't think the storm was going to be like that. I mean, I just thought it was going to be typical Florida weather, quick rain shower and sun back out like it never rained, but no. That was one of the loudest booms I've heard. My poor Bubba just about jumped out of his skin. Ugh. But I mean, it took everything: electric, internet. I got on my phone and tried to post in chat that the storm, I don't know what the boom was, what the lightning hit, but it hit something because all my neighbors were without too. Hey, Outlaw. Hey, Helen. Hey, Peace. That was crazy. I'm going to mute for a second. Oh, and on top of that, my allergies are so kick. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Thanks for coming back. Hey, let's be honest. I'm sorry about that, guys. I can't control the weather. I had no idea it was going to be that bad. My poor Bubba. He was so scared. I swear, if he could have jumped out of his fur, he'd have no skin. He was so scared. I had to give him another dose of Benadryl. I used to give him Xanax, and I hated the way it made him feel. The way he looked at me was so sad. Like, why are you giving? Why'd you do this? And I got a tip from LG about Benadryl, and it does really help him. It does help. Hi, Blank Slate. Hey, K Mash. Yeah, I came back. I wanted to finish it. I figured I'd give the storm a little bit of time to pass over and get the kids a snack real quick since they got off the bus. Yeah, my bubblicious, he does not like thunder and lightning, and that stuff was loud. That boom, I mean, it was like something exploded. I don't know if something did, but it sure sounded like it. But the other side of the street doesn't have their power back yet. But they said ours is good. We have a generator, thankfully, for when we get storms and get no power. Been as long as almost 2 weeks without any power. Thank God for generators. It's just, I want to get it hardwired to the house. I want to get a bigger generator and get it hardwired to the house because in the heat after a storm, it gets baking down here in these houses, and you can't run your central air and heat off your generator. It has to be a hardwired. It have to be a bigger generator. So that's my next move. That's what I want to get. I mean, I love our portable generators. They work great. They keep the fridge cold, TV running for kids, keep fans going, give us power so I can see. But hi, all crimes with Andy. Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm just this has been a really extremely hot summer, and which kind of worries me for because we're getting to the worst part of storm season. Late August, September is not good time. Good, and it's just been so hot. Like I said earlier, I don't. I've been here what 20 years, maybe 21 years, a little over 20 years. I don't ever remember having weeks of heat advisories in the red, not just warnings, but advisories telling you not to go outside. And the schools actually canceled all recess. Hey, Mama Shmita. Yeah, and I was actually going in the house when that happened, so I had my mic off, and because it started lightning and thundering so bad, um, I wanted to go in the house and finish the live. So yeah, it happened as I was going in the house. I was thankful I was in the house. It was loud. I don't know what lightning struck, but it was loud. Big branch from my tree came down too, right where my bird's nest is. And the cardinals will most likely have their babies there. It better not have ruined that bird's nest. The kids love watching these birds hatch. We're right now we're watching the woodpeckers. She built herself a nice little nest in that house to lay her eggs. Okay, we were on Laura. Hey, T Marie, good to see you. Yeah, this is my part two because part one was going great, but it's restreamed, can't show the video. Um, till I had a storm and took my power. We'll get back to what. Well, she doesn't. What does she call herself now? Obnoxiously Laura or something like that. Anyway, this is her second channel. This her drama channel, but it's on both channels or whatever. But she called it STFD and listen. This is her reaction video to Dietz's live, and she's got a lot to say. And she pretty much wants an echo chamber, is what I've gotten out of it so far. Though there were some points I did have to agree with her on. Well, it is what it is. Gotta agree. But we'll pick right up where we left off because it shut off right where it stopped. When the power went out, so therefore it should pick right back up.
Gotta stick up for Molly. Mallory's an asshole.
Yes.
Mallory went as low as you can go, and then Mallory hid behind the fact that she's trans bashing, blah, blah, blah. Big fucking deal. So MGL got pissed and said,
Hey, Hope. Yeah, obnoxiously relevant. Yeah, okay.
Thanks to Mallory. She
Excuse
doesn't
me.
go after an entire trans bashed against a class. Thank you. I couldn't think of that word, class. But
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. She didn't trans bash against a class. She trans bashed against Mallory. And honestly, I don't even think
Well,
it was that bad. It could have been a lot worse.
okay,
A lot
so
worse.
I backed it up a little bit, and we already heard that. What do you, we already discussed this. It was right after this lost power. I don't get how she thinks it wasn't that bad. How does she think it's okay to talk to people like that? Or about people like that? I mean, you want to be friends with her, that's your business. That's fine. But just because you're friends doesn't mean you can't say, "Hey, I didn't agree with what you said and how you handled that," and talk about it. Even though she won't apologize for it. But yeah, okay, it wasn't that bad. Do you ever really go and watch anything instead of skimming through everything? Because you skim through so fast, you miss a lot of good stuff. But I do want to speed this up because it went back to normal. I'm going to speed it up. Let me know if it's too much because I have to play this holding my iPad because Restream sucks and it's not playing a video. It makes it so choppy. But since the internet went out and came back on, I haven't tried it. Let's try it. Maybe that would work. Maybe it would be better. I don't know. But let's try it. Can't hurt. All it can do is make me keep recording it or playing it this way, which is fine. I just like to show the video. Like I said, I had planned on, I had seen some things that the old tube top wearing potato, um, that I wanted to address, but I didn't pre-record like a dummy because I was had too much going on, and I went to her channel and everything's gone. Her channel's there, but she has no content. So I doubt she deleted everything. I think she got all bent out of shape because she got a strike, which she lied about, got caught lying about, and got proven wrong yet again, like she always does. So, yeah, she probably privated everything. Maybe because of that strike, she's going back in all her videos and taking out all the threats because she's threatened many people, including me. She was going to choke me, but yeah, that's not going to happen. I'll turn her over my knee. But yeah, I went to her channel and it's there, but there's nothing there. All right, I'm going to try to share this video. Can you guys hear the volume if I let it play? Let me know in chat. Let me know in chat. I'm gonna play it. Let me know if it sounds choppy. Let me go to my chat. Um, Let me know in chat. I'm gonna play it. Let me know if it sounds choppy. Let me go to chat. Let me know in chat. I'm gonna play it. Let me know if it sounds choppy. All right. Fast forward. Heard that part. Yeah, she did. Is it choppy? Hey, had some. Can't hear? Okay. Let me try something. All right. I'm going to try to share it and see if Restream will work this time without being choppy. I'm not counting on it. I'm probably going to have to play it just like I was before because Restream sucks. Gosh, I can't wait to go back to StreamYard. Couple more days. Couple more days.
She's slow, and he has to, speak to her a certain way. But it's kind of hard to tell the difference when Morgan is being genuine and when he's being condescending. And he was not being condescending to her to make fun of her. He was being condescending to her because that's how you have to communicate with her because she is,
Choppy? All right.
she has mental health issues.
Alrighty then. I will do it the way I was doing it. And I will watch chat this way and I will play it on the iPad. I do not. You have the nerve to ask me to upgrade Restream? No. No. The only reason why I'm on you is because I got a couple days till I can. I'm upgrading my StreamYard. So I don't ever run out of time again. But um, it's worth the 20 something dollars because Restream is not working. It is well worth it. I mean, StreamYard has been acting funny too, but not like Restream. At least I can share videos on StreamYard. I couldn't even play my intro. Restream's a pain in the ass. All right, let me see where we were on here. All right, I'm going to speed it up, so let me know if it's too fast, because if I don't, we'll never get through it. Well, probably be nice to turn the volume on.
Any receipts of the things that she was saying in her chat, the things that she was approving as a moderator, the things that she was deleting as a moderator, all of that stuff went clean gone once Critical K lost her original channel.
Oh, we
and
heard
there's no
that.
receipts to prove it because the channel's gone. So,
yeah, but you're big mouth. Blair, you said you have receipts, even though you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have even brought that up. But again, that's on yours. I'm going up because we were past this.
And again, your history, and that's your truth. But trying to force that truth onto other people is not right.
Oh, but it's
and I even took down my videos.
Oh my god!
Oh, this is when that girl went up.
But I don't recall a lot, in all fairness. But yeah, I don't. I mean, if I came off like I was giving people an ultimatum, I'm the kind of person that's like, I won't have any ultimatums made to me, so fuck you, and I'm going to go the opposite way. And if I said that, I would expect people to go the opposite way as I would. So that's fine. I mean,
hey, Denise.
I'm not here crying about losing subs. I just didn't know what
hey,
happened
Patty.
exactly. But I planned on losing those subs. Anyway, I was going to bring this up on my own channel. It just so happened that that girl and Good Egg were in Morbid's chat annoying the shit out of me, so I was going to address it. That's when I addressed it. That's when I felt like, all right, fuck this.
F you too? Yeah, because he lies. He clickbaits and lies. I'm sorry.
What?
I don't.
What are you talking? He clickbait and lies? Okay. No. You can't tell someone how to feel about a comment that's being made about them. Just like I can't tell you how to feel about what someone says to you or about you. Um, does he have anger issues? Absolutely. Absolutely. But lying? Mm.
I don't do that. I'd rather have nobody than
Huh?
have to clickbait and lie. Sorry.
Huh?
And,
Wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna say
wait.
what I
Did she, I'm gonna record. Did she just say she don't do that? Hey, Zab. Uh, what do you mean you don't do that? You do it all the time. Hey, Queen Bella. Yeah, feelings are not negotiable. She can't tell him how to feel, just like he can't tell her how to feel. He's entitled to his feelings, and so is she.
blah blah blah. That's what happened. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. Even if I don't agree with it, I can understand it for sure. I think that, again, there's a history, right? There's some type of history there, right? And to me, they have they have just as much right to be there in the chat, chatting without being timed out every 3 seconds.
Exactly.
Or 5 minutes, technically. But they have every right to be there giving their opinions, just like you have every right to be there giving your opinions.
I was absolutely abusing my wrench because that girl and I have history, and I was just being a dick. But I feel justified in being a dick to that girl because she's a liar. So.
Okay.
Wait, no. Again, I'm doing good, Zav. How are you? Again, Glare, you did be a jerk and you were timing people out. It wasn't the first time you did it because I seen you do it in Morbid's chat the other night. Um, I believe it was the night Heels in the Air was on his panel. You kept timing her out and other people out in the chat just because you were being a jerk. That's not how you mod. And that's not right. And but at least you admit it and own it. I mean, he's not like a lot to sit up here and say, well, I never. When you watch him do it, like Laura. But yeah, okay. It's still wrong is wrong.
To that because that is not my experience with her. Why is that the go-to for haters? If you hate someone, they must be a liar. I don't think that girl is a liar, and we're not like besties or anything, but I don't see her as a liar. I see Blair as a liar, but that whole mentality, oh, she must be a liar. She's a liar. No, Blair, she just doesn't like you. That doesn't make her a liar.
But Laura, that is your mentality. So what are you talking about? I don't know the story between that girl and Clara, and I like that girl. I think she's nice, and she's very talented. She does some cool crafts. But I know Morbid's channel is set up to be what it is, but maybe he should tell his mods not to be timing people out for no reason, just to be a jerk. Just to be a jerk. I mean, she cut her bangs off? What? Oh, you're laughing? Or are you crying? And that's another thing. I need a lesson on emojis. I'm old. I never used a lot of emojis when I would send messages or tweet or Facebook or whatever. I don't even know what most of them freaking mean. Isn't that ridiculous? Did she? Oh my God, her teacher was like, huh? Something happened today. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, this will be a kindergarten you'll never forget. Mine's in kindergarten too. My boy, he's 5.5. I have to say 5.5 because he wants everybody to know that he's older than 5. Oh, that's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny. It's like, what's coming home from school tomorrow, huh? We had people struck here a week ago. Oh. All right, let's get back into this.
And again, your history, and that's your truth, but trying to force that truth onto other people is not right.
Oh, but it's okay for them to do it? I mean, wait, how?
No, I said the same thing yesterday. Them trying to force their truth onto me too is wrong.
I'm not trying to force anything on you. You can either take it that way or not. Who cares? I mean, if you form your own opinion about what I'm saying, who's forcing anything on you? It's not forcing anything on you.
Yeah, I get where the glare was coming from. I really do. I said this in my first part of live that got cut because of this great, fantastic storm. Um, I get where he was coming from. I get him being fed up, but then take yourself out of it. You're the one that's in the drama, okay? Just take yourself out of it. Just move on and cover other things. Don't even talk about it. Just let it go. That's what you do. I get his frustration. People do like to go into chats and stir things up. Come on, we've all seen it. But the delivery, the delivery, when you resort to that, you lose any credibility in my eyes. But again, this is all just my opinions.
If I call someone a liar who I happen to know is a liar. So I don't know what you're offended about.
Well, first of all, I'm not offended by it.
You just said you were.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, again, you're insisting that your experience with the person
See, this is why. This is exactly why. I can't stand this shit. It drives me crazy. This is exactly why I don't want those kind of subs. Because people love this drama bullshit. They love to get mad at somebody. They love to have some. Clara, you built your channel on this. You literally built your channel on this. I don't understand this at all.
Maybe because he's trying to say he's fed up, Laura. I mean, can you at least listen to what's being said? Because Glara's not listening clearly. Um, but he's fed up, and it's his channel. And again, he doesn't have to have the drama in his channel if he doesn't want it. He did not have to speak to people like this. He could have handled this so differently. And in my opinion, it should have been handled differently. But again, it's just my opinion. I'm just a little tiny half of a speck. Hey, Jen on YouTube. You know, my opinion don't mean squat. But he's entitled to that, though, in his own chat, Laura. Just like you're entitled to have your somewhat of an echo chamber because you really don't want anyone disagreeing with you. They get timed out or blocked. You've said it yourself. If you keep blocking people, you're not gonna have nobody watching you. Just giving you a little heads up on that. But you're not listening any more than he's listening. And he's just not prepared to listen. You just never listen.
He built his channel on trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody to get mad at and point fingers at and go, oh, I'm offended at you and say that.
But you're not. But wait a second. Well, you're not
listening though. Like
he's not listening.
Drama to me. I'm understanding what you're saying and giving my opinion on it. What it sounds like, and I'm just saying, I'm going to be real with you again. What it sounds like is anytime somebody pushes back on your opinions, that you can't handle that, and that's not
Excuse
right.
Me.
Especially if you're saying you don't want to create an echo chamber.
No,
your history is your history. It has no.
Okay, Galera must have an echo chamber. Galera only wants an echo chamber. You ever try giving him criticism on his channel? Cherry is the first one to block you. So he's so talking out of his ass.
Okay. But you're pretty much the same way. I don't know. I've never really paid attention. I subbed to the Glare. I've been subbed to the Glare for a long time. I don't watch a lot because I just don't have time to watch everybody that I want to watch. I'm so far behind. By the time I catch up, there's so much more that's happened. But I don't know. I've never really paid attention when I am in there to the chat to know if that even happened. I've heard him talk ways I don't appreciate, so I just choose not to go. I mean, it's an individual choice. I mean,
Nothing to do with any of the rest of us. And that shit is like it's overwhelming, it's frustrating, and y'all gotta get the fuck over it. Stay the fuck away from each other.
I've been over it, Nanya. Everybody, time out.
No, the thing is none of them want to admit that they're not over it. And if you just take the anger out of it, I know it's hard because we've all already seen what's went down, but just watch how he reacts about the critical case stuff. He still very much is not over that and has some sour feelings about it. Hi, Callie. How are you doing, Kelly? Oh, I love the kitty cat. I love my cats. My big old Turbo. I miss him. But I got Sir Duke, and let me tell you something. That cat earns that title. He really thinks he's entitled royalty. He's big. He's big. It's almost like a dictatorship that they have to tell people how to run their channels. Yeah, I have no right to tell anybody what to do on their channel. I have no right to tell anybody who mods for them. And if you truly like someone, a creator, and you want to follow them, hey, Lynn, you'll, you know, you're not going to like everybody in chat. Uh, You support that person, not the chat, not the mods. You know what I mean? I mean, I get it if you and a mod don't get along. I get it if you and someone in chat don't get along. It can make it uncomfortable, but it shouldn't come into the channel. And no one has a right to tell anyone or tell, well, if you have this person, then I'm not coming around. Okay, then you're not there for me. Then you're really not there for me. If that's what you're telling me, that if this person is here, then I'm just not coming around. I don't know. That's just my take on it. Oh Lord, do you remember how your bestie acts when someone says something against them? Yells, freaks out, doxes, kicks them out, and blocks them. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I don't get this. And I get, like I said, I get where the glare was coming from. I really do. Where he lost me was his delivery and how it just got so off the rails. You know, that's it. I don't hate him. I don't hate Laura. And I'm not going to lie, I'm sub to him. And I don't take drama in his chat because it's not that friendly of a chat. But anyway, once in a great, like with the Letitia Stott trial, I watched some of his content during that. I think he did good with that. I think he's done good with the Gannon. I mean, that video he made was good. But there's times I'm just not, I'm not going to listen to that kind of anger coming from someone all the time. I'm just not. But that's my choice. Just like y'all have your choice. And and it does get forced in your face when there's the subs get drawn in and it gets put on the subs, and that's wrong. That's wrong.
Let me say for one, I agree with what Nanya is saying because there's a lot of previous baggage happening here. You guys, everybody is coming into a situation with a bunch of shit from a long time ago, and then all of us who are new or who weren't there for that or weren't around for it and who just don't care.
What'd you say, K-Mash? What I don't get is life being hard enough, so why add extra anguish that's specifically directed at the hooves and their offshoots, so, including Lyra. Yeah. It's YouTube's a crazy freaking place. I'm telling you. And honestly, I don't agree with a lot of things that go on. But it, like I said, it's just my opinion. Who cares? No one cares. And it's too much drama is happening. I'll exit stage left. I don't need to sit there if I don't want it. Exactly. Exactly. I sometimes it just all gets too much. And it and like I said, I have no right to tell someone what to do with their channel. So that's that. Let's go.
About it are left looking at the here and the now and this moment and what is happening right now. And we are struggling with what is happening right now. And y'all are coming with 2-ton-pound backpacks full of baggage attached to it. And we're not here for that. And I know.
You clearly are, because everyone's in chat watching and you're talking about it. So what are you here for then? Come on. Have some accountability.
I'm saying what we are here for, though, is the fact that I have had several streams with you and that girl up here on panel getting along, and everything is fine.
That's not true. That is not true.
Yes, it is true. It is true. There's like at least 2 streams where you two are up here chit-chatting, and Happy's been up here and things like that. And so we think, okay, you guys are past the past, and you've moved on.
No.
I was, and I even took down my videos until he started lying again.
Oh my God.
Be quiet, Blair. Have some respect for the. Did they ever date? Like, were they once a couple or something? Because they act like they were a couple.
But one day you're right.
No, from what I understand, I don't know exactly what happened. It's not my business to know. But from what I've heard being said by her and him, they had a really good friendship at one time. And she was his mod and did a lot, I guess, for the channel. And they had a falling out. And this is the result of it. And it's sad. But
I put my videos back.
I truly don't think anybody's completely over it. I just don't. And that's okay. They're entitled to their feelings. They're in, maybe they're not ready to move on. Maybe they can't move on. And hey, okay, you can, but don't draw everybody else in it. And don't make it where subs can't go here, can't go there. But again, it's his channel and he has a right to run it the way he wants. It's the way he did it, the way he talked to people was my issue.
To protect myself once again from his lies. Thank you for letting me up here. I've been in a position to defend myself face to face against this idiot. I am not a liar. I did not lie then. I am not lying now. And I don't appreciate being attacked when I did everything I could, even though you do not deserve it, to give you a second chance.
It's the only reason that we were getting along, quote unquote, was because I was being respectful on your panel. I didn't want to.
Exactly, Zab.
So it's not fair to call me out on
That's what I said. His delivery, and he should have did it with his channel. That's true. He shouldn't have done this during that live. He wasn't in the right headspace. He said he was happy. There wasn't nothing happy about it. There wasn't nothing happy about what I seen before I left, and I didn't see this part, so I seen even before this. It's. I think that's something that should have been addressed on his channel with his own chat. But again, it's just my opinion, and it doesn't really matter. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's what's done is done.
On her, on your panel before and getting along with her. I was doing that.
I wasn't calling you out. You know that. I'm just saying this is the way that the rest of us look at it. We think, okay, you all are like.
Galera, you are a man, a middle-aged man, all up in women's drama, going after tragedy pimps. And you want to sit here like you're holier than thou. Can someone make it make sense to me? Because this is ridiculous. Like, he chose to be in here. He chose to follow woman after woman after woman after woman. Like, he sounds like a complete moron.
Mm-hmm.
Letting the past be in the past.
Excuse me.
Let me rephrase that. He's making it out like that girl and Good Danya and Deets and everyone else brought him in this drama. Nobody asked you to be in this drama. You chose to be in this drama.
And yeah, he kind of did. I mean, he did. He didn't have to do none of the drama. So therefore, he needs to go to his channel and just not do the drama. I mean, it's not feed into it, not, I just think it was unnecessary for him to say the things he did about Queen Bee. I just think that was totally unnecessary.
Supposed to do? Bring it up on your panel?
No, I get that. You're right.
All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But let me say this. There's a bunch of shit that happens in the background that none of us see. And it definitely happens, and it's bullcrap. And it affects everybody. It affects these subs. It affects other creators. It affects each and every person up here. And it's complete and utter bullshit. And I'm sick of it. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the way it all goes down. I'm tired of the nastiness. I'm tired of when I have a panel talking about Ryan Upchurch, people come in here and start attacking whoever's up on my panel and bringing past bullshit into it when we're talking about Ryan Upchurch and nothing else.
Yep.
That's me she's talking about, by the way, because I was in a car, and I'm pretty sure she's discussing me.
Laura, do you not hear anything? She was talking about, in general, the whole community, and it does happen. And that, listen to what Dietz is saying. You're not that obnoxiously, what's her name, relevant. You're really not. It's not just you. It goes on a lot on panels. Excuse me. Get over yourself. Listen to what is actually being said. Because Dietz was right.
Jumped on her panel to talk about Ryan, and I guess I was being bashed in chat. I did not know that. I mean, I figured I was, but that's what she's talking about. I'm pretty sure.
Fair enough.
Exactly, Zav.
So long, the behind the scenes games.
I'm, like I said, this is just my opinions. I would have I would have stopped that. Not for my channel, but also that's your good friend, you know. But that's just me. I wouldn't. I would have ended that.
And nonsense, it's complete and utter bullshit. And a lot of us are being affected by it.
Laura listens as if the person is talking about her always, and she doesn't hear what people are saying because of it. Yeah, she clearly doesn't listen. Not at all. It,
A lot of us don't know we're being manipulated by it, and I'm just sick of it all.
Okay, that's why I said what I said and said unsub for me, because I'm trying to distance myself from all of that. Seriously, I don't want the subs. I don't want the involvement with the people that I have a past with. I want to, like I said, rip the Band-Aid off. That's my reason for saying what I said. So I
and Zab, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being opinionated. I thought that was the purpose of us having chats when we're doing something, to hear everybody's take on it. But you can't go on there screaming and cussing and say, unsub me, unsub me. Well, you got your wish. But it didn't affect him. She actually was, because no one in chat can stand her. But that's, again, that's a lot of Laura's own doing. But she'll never own it. It's everybody else's fault.
in complete agreement with you. This was just my method of doing so. That's all.
Yeah, well, the method was
I would like to address what
messed up,
said,
in my
because that's the
opinion.
My only issue with Deets is that she doesn't give names.
Excuse
and
me.
that, to me, is the New Yorker in me. Like, dude, toughen up. Give a name. Say, I don't like when Laura's on panel, when Glara's on panel, when that girl, when someone's on panel. Like, give a name. I don't like the hypocrisy with this one, this one, and this one. Like, I don't know. That's a New Yorker in me. Be straight up. You're going to take shit for it, but fucking be straight up.
Reason that I was going to come up here. Not because I was once again called a liar, but as far as
Zab, you're funny.
and not being fair that everybody has baggage and stuff, where it's seeming fake and things of that nature. Because of how things are now, generally when we're around each other, it's over at VPs, right? And that's not my channel. It's not my place to say who she has up or who she doesn't. And it is my nature, and has always been my nature, to try to not make other people uncomfortable and try to just go with the flow and be cool. And so if it seemed fake on my part, I'm sorry. The main receipts of what went down have always been on my channel. I did some things because I thought that the behavior was better than it used to be. So why not just let the past be the past? That's obviously not the case now. So I put them back up because I'm tired of being lied about. But I feel like they've always been there on my channel. And somebody asked me, I'm honest. So I never felt the need. But I think I made it perfectly clear when he was on the panel over there that I didn't appreciate it. And I feel like I was always honest about crap, put the truth out there and let it lie. And if people didn't bother to look, that's not me being fake, I guess. I don't know, Nanya. And I know it was kind of a broad general statement, but
Fence rider is the wrong word. I don't think she's a fence rider. She's not deciding which side to be on. But my point is, she just doesn't use names. And like, I don't like the hypocrisy of X, Y, and Z. I don't like this of X, Y, and Z. If Laura comes on my panel, I don't want chat to bash her. If Tracy comes on my panel, I don't want haters to bash her. She never says names and leaves it wide open. That, personally, I don't agree with that. But that's not a fence rider. A fence rider is choosing, should I be on one side or the other? That's a fence rider. She doesn't do that.
I don't think it's fair in a lot of ways.
Well,
I feel like you have been very clear.
Again, that's how Deets chooses to run her channel. And she's allowed to do that because it's her channel. Just like you run yours the way you want. And you do lie a lot. So, I'm astounded that channel owners don't listen back to what they say, and then they deny they said stuff like the next day. And yeah, that happens quite a bit. That happens quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, she went up, she was driving. What was this? Why was it so urgent for her to jump in and go live, jump up on that panel? I mean, apparently she had things to do, but this was more urgent. It didn't even concern her. She had nothing to do with it. She inserted herself. Yeah, she went up, was taking her child to college, and tried to say something Dietz was saying about Ryan Upchurch was wrong, but Dietz proved she was wrong. Yeah, Yeah, she sure did. Being neutral isn't a bad thing, Laura. Listening to both sides is not that crazy of a concept. Exactly. Yeah, I don't understand what the big urgency was to bring it the jump on panel. No, 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 ma'am. Thank you. Love you. That's my 8-year-old. She wants to cut and glue everything. We just went through that. She just made a ton of stuff. She loves making stuff, and then I gotta find places for it. That's when she playing the game Twister by herself. Yeah. I just don't get the urgency. I'm sorry. My real life, I really appreciate every single one of you. I really truly do. But my real life, I'm not going to stop it to jump on a panel just because I want to insert myself into someone else's situation. It's an adrenaline rush thing that they have to jump in and run their mouths. Yeah. She wanted to prove Deets wrong. Yeah, she did. She really did. That was her whole intent. And again, Laura, you weren't right.
Time and time again of your stance with him, and that when he's around, you have that. You've said that publicly numerous times. So that statement. Oh, you aren't? I thought it was because I jumped up there with the church stuff. That's why I just thought it was. Who else jumped up on panel? Or was that a totally different stream?
Laura, lately I've been seeing you jump up on a lot of panels. And you have nothing good to say about Morbid, but you'll go in there and jump up on his panel. Could that be a sub grab, maybe? Or an attempted sub grab? I don't know. I'm asking.
It did not include you at all. Okay, thank you, ma'am. I just wanted to be sure. Yeah, no, you know, yeah. And I think, and to be fair, on the side of it, I think that he's been very clear of his stance on you publicly. So there was no surprise if the two of you are getting into it for me, because you both are public. Oh, okay. I won't. No, see, but that's what I'm saying, Robin. No, I just happened to jump up there on that panel early on, and I know there was a lot of hate given. That's why I said that. But I said it might be me, it might not be. So.
Laura, it's never about you.
Broader statement of it. I mean, truly, what things like this do is, even though nobody seems to care, and that's fine too, but what this does is it does affect the subs. Oh, I deeply care, and I was arrested almost 3 years ago. Well, not you, that girl. I'm sorry. I guess when I say no one cares, that's I'm just saying. I've heard it this morning that people don't care, and I want to say I do care. I think that if the subs aren't around, you have a channel. I don't care about my channel. I don't need it. But for people who do, if the subs aren't around, you don't have a channel, so you should care.
That's what I've been saying.
Sorry, Deeds, I just want to come up really quick. I think a lot of people are missing what you're trying to say, and they're just, a lot of people are going at Glera for what's gone on when he's getting on panels and drinking or whatever. But let me tell you guys something. The vileness, the deception, the sneakiness, the nastiness that goes on in back chats and in places that you guys aren't seeing is insane. Okay? I'm going to say that. Chasing, but what about when it's their friends that are doing it? Just curious.
Tracing is so right. She is so right. These clowns have a problem with it isn't surprising. It's a healthy way for an adult to handle themselves. The fact that these clowns have a problem with it isn't surprising. Okay, well, I posted twice. I reckon I could do a YouTube about YouTube trauma. There you go. There's a lot of it. She's stepping and not eaving for a good reason. Yeah.
What if it's their friends doing it? What if it's their friends that are in those back chats being pieces of shit and doxing and everything else? Because I personally know that some of them are.
Wow.
Deets is one of the best people that I know personally. Right?
She's one of my favorite channels.
She's absolutely a wonderful person. I agree. This open platform to try to talk to people, and she does it like no one else does, because she's had Molly up here, she's had Laura up here, she's got that girl and the Glera up. And this is where I took offense.
Why?
Here, and usually, if there's not this level of tension, she's able to do it, but all in that same tone, which
Thank you very much,
is very amazing to me. I couldn't do it. There's no way. I'd be like, your mother's a, whatever. But I get that some people don't appreciate the glare, right? It's somewhat weird to me that there are issues between him and some women, right? And a woman will say something to him that is just vile, and he'll hit back. And it's like, how could you support a man speaking to bullshit? But I talked to him about this last night, and I said, it's insane. It's insane what I see happening. You have people who poke and poke and poke and poke, and they go into chats, and they go into back chats, and they go into other places, and they poke and they poke and they poke. And then when that person explodes,
Yeah, they cry.
Yes.
I'm the bad guy.
What?
Right. That happens all the time.
People like me, it's happening where y'all can't see it, okay? I don't do that, so that way. I'm not trying to. You're grappling really bad, Tracy. Yeah, I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's a little. Oh, yeah.
Laura is so upset that her name wasn't mentioned. She really is. I agree with you, True Crime Dime. She's more like a frog. She feels froggy because she's not being talked about. But that's true. She really is.
And there's proof that when I went into morbid, that's not what I was.
You know what, Laura? Be glad you're not being talked about in all this drama. For once, be glad.
You're good now. Sorry.
No, Chasing must have just had a nap because she is overly quiet. She is not that quiet. She is from Boston. She's not like, oh, and, you just have to understand. That is so not her. So, bleh. I still love you, Tracy, but come on now. That overly soft, that's not you. That's not Boston. That's because she's on Deet's panel. She's got to be all soft and sweet.
It's called showing respect on someone's panel.
Still getting attacked. There's proof I did not do that.
Laura, I'm not sure you're aware of this, but just because you go onto someone's panel and you show respect doesn't mean you're soft. It means you're showing respect. Dear Lord, she doesn't understand anything.
And there has been times, and I'll be honest, because that's what I do.
You're so innocent.
Let me finish my sentence, you prick. There are times in the past when people were going at Glarer, saying that he verbally abuses women, So I went to the lives that they were talking about. This was almost 4 years ago, mind you. But I went to the lives they were talking about, and what I heard was women who were saying he had a small penis, and then got mad when he called them bitches. So what I told them is that I think y'all are both vile and disgusting, and if you speak to a man that way, that's how you're going to get spoken to. But some of us don't behave that way, and he still attacks us.
Okay, but it's not just one instance. When you have Queen over there doing a live where she is dragging and poking fun, but in a nice manner, but we all know what that was about with the finger paint and the things that were said over there and the way that it was approached. It wasn't just joking, lighthearted fun, and you know that. And so when you're
She did it. She did it. Deet said a name. She did it. You love me, Tracy.
Hey, please let me finish. I'll let everybody finish their sentences here. So when you have situations like that where it just builds up and builds up and builds up like a snowball, you all were bound to explode at one point or another. Everybody was bound to explode at one point or another, especially when it's things that are happening that others don't see. So one person comes off looking nice and the other person comes off looking innocent. And I'm not just saying she's right and he's wrong, or he's wrong and she's right. I'm saying it's happened across the board, hands down.
Well, it technically started on your panel with me when I brought up stuff 13 or whatever days ago about Jacob and decided to no-namingly throw out lies about me. So what they decided to do with his fighting video isn't on me, though. I was just speaking for myself, like with him, myself.
Okay, but
I can prove time and time again.
No one is listening to what Deets is trying to say. I don't think anybody's actually hearing what she's trying to say. Or at least Declare, and they're just so embroiled in their disagreement and their feelings, which they're entitled to. They are absolutely entitled to. And so is Deets entitled to her feelings. But listen to what's being said, the point she's trying to get across is that this was going to blow up. I mean, come on. And I'm sorry, but I think that these two are very angry still at each other.
And he goes on the attack and starts lying about me. He was about to do it again, and he had no idea.
Hey, welcome to my life, except I have 50 people doing it in any given chat.
What was going on? We didn't know that he was talking about Jacob or you.
So you're telling me you have 50 people in your chat going after you every time you go live, and you put up with that? I just don't. Yeah. I'm not buying that one, Laura.
Pecan, I'm glad you found that funny. I thought it was revolting. It literally made me nauseous.
Sure, you knew going on for him to do it. I would be very frustrated if I knew they were talking about me. I'd be like, oh, this mother. But you get your full 2 years of you being cool, except for when he stalked you somewhere to be a dick. 2 years I've been cool.
Wait. Stop. Who's stalking who? I don't go to your chats. You show up where I'm at.
This literally tells me these people could not handle 2 days of what I go through on a daily. Like, they could never even handle it. They can't handle one person, let alone like 50.
I mean, then maybe you should stop, Laura. If you're really getting that much harassment, as you call it, or, bad people in your chats, as you call them, or whatever, bad comments, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'd look at that. But as far as like the stalking, going after where each other's at, I don't know if they're doing that. I don't care.
Always supported Deeds before you ever decided to, Blair.
Okay, but you showed up to Morbid's chat, didn't
I've
you?
been there before you. I watched him before you decided to go in there on the last 2 channels he had. You are not going to dictate where I go just because you don't like me. I can act respectfully. You need to do the same. It's that simple.
I'm not trying to dictate where you go.
Exactly, crime.
You're
True crime,
going
Don.
where I'm at. You're everywhere, fool. I can go where I want to, and that doesn't mean I'm your target.
Why can't I talk now? I'm not saying that
Wow.
you can't go wherever you want to go, but I'm saying you don't get to whine and bitch when you show up to a chat talking shit about me.
I get to talk shit, and it can be proven. I've got screen recordings of that chat. Thank you very much.
Criminality is 100% right. The issue is drama channels not realizing that they are.
Okay. Kids in a sandpit play better than all this stuff. Yep. Everyone has choices. Yep. It won't ever be hashed out, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Jack Star. What do you mean you don't care? You'll care pretty much when it happens to your family. What are you talking about?
Drama channels. I totally agree. See, this is my issue. They have history. We are assuming stuff is okay, and then it blows up. It's a bit jarring when
Hey,
these things
Denise,
happen.
thanks for coming in.
I did not talk shit.
What time's dinner ready? I'll be there. Yeah, it's nobody's, Jackstar, nobody's family should ever be involved in YouTube drama. It shouldn't. No one should ever go after anyone's family. Ever. Ever.
I put in eyeballs and said hello to my friends, and you started timing me out. You're lying again.
I mean, I'm not.
I'm just frustrated in deep ways.
It's pointless to argue with you because you're going to start yelling and screaming.
No, if you're going to lie, it's pointless. Can I interrupt for a second?
Of your own truth.
See, why doesn't Glera realize that people are allowed to
Your
have an
empire
opinion
will
about him?
crumble.
She's allowed
What
to
were
be
you
mad
talking? Do we got a
without him
troll?
attacking her or degrading her.
True
There
crime.
is history
Watch
there.
the
And I
troll.
wouldn't even touch what that history is, but from an outsider looking in, like Will, she's allowed to be pissed. She does it the way he's treating
Talking
her
about
is like, oh, well, how dare you? You know,
that
it's all
people
about me.
know.
No, Will, it's
Talking
not all
about
you.
what?
She's allowed to have feelings, whether you like it or not.
Also, the block button is always available. Yeah.
Here's the thing. What I feel like, what I feel like people are missing, and by people I mean both of you, right? I understand that both of you have your own experiences, and your own truth is your own truth. Your version of the truth is your version of the truth, right? What I don't understand is we all coexist. We have a community. And so you block each other, you ignore each other. If you have a wrench, don't be a dick with it. If you are talking about somebody, then
Hey,
say
YouTube Duckery.
like do that. But like there's a certain level of like what I feel like is just adulting, where like you let it go and you move on from there. You don't make.
See, this right here is what drives me and others insane. I agree with the good Tiffany. Can we not just block each other and be done? Why can't that go for everybody? Why can't that go for MGL? Why can't that go for myself? If you don't like someone, block them and move on. But instead, the same people go into another chat and just nonstop bashing somebody they don't.
No. Molly attacked victims and their families on a daily basis. This is not the same thing. This is, unfortunately, two creators going at each other. It sucks because the subs get caught in it all. But you can't compare. Laura, how the hell can you compare Molly going after victims and their families to this? Wow.
I don't know why it only applies to their group. It should apply to everybody, not just your little group. That same mentality you need to bring to other groups. You don't like Betty, block and move on. You don't like me, block and move on. You don't like JLR, block and move on. You don't like Molly.
What do you mean by channel name? Whose? I guess that could depend on the channel. I don't know. Whose channel are you talking about? Okay, True Crime Diamonds, all right. Hope you know.
Block and move on. It's that simple. But this is the hypocrites that I'm talking about. She'll be the first one over in Queen Bee bashing whoever
Okay,
Queen Bee's
thank
bashing.
you.
Well, why can't you just block and move on? It's like Diggs. You don't speak under your breath about somebody. You don't do anything like that. Like you let it go.
Yeah.
I agree with Nanya.
All of us. You let it go.
Yeah, Tracy, you're correctly again. Nicole, thank you for
Thank
this.
God I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm so thankful I'm not like that. I don't need to go to this one, go to that one, that one. By the time you're done, you went to 50 people. You know, you have your little, your close little clique, your close friend, but not to everybody on the streets. But they're, you know.
Block each other. I agree. Can we not just do that and move on and stop with the sneak disses, the sly attacks, the back and forth, the you came into this chat first or he came into that?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Devices are not connected.
This is the logic. Look at the logic. Jonah is saying she has let it go. She was brought up on Beats panel by the glare. I didn't bring her up here.
No.
I didn't just come up here on her own. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I have balls to say it to your face. I don't sneak dish you. I don't do the things that
Nobody's
appropriate and not okay.
You got an echo. Somebody's got an echo.
Somebody does, yeah.
Is it me?
I think it's like her devices are. I don't know if that's making the echo happen or not, but
What happened in Morgan's chat?
And Nanya, I heard you, but that's not what I have personally done. So I guess maybe I get a little bit defensive, but overall I do agree.
But that girl, I have
not know where I've done that.
I have went back and looked on my live this morning, and I have seen not you specifically. No, I have not seen where you came in and attacked first. But I went back on the Ryan Upchurch live and looked because I'm like, okay, maybe I misinterpreted that or something. Willow, I meet you.
Yeah, the good Tiffany. That was her name. Am I wrong? That was her name.
Love you, and I'm so glad you're here and said that. But yeah, we're up here talking about Ryan Upchurch, and I understand. I get that there are people up here. There are people in this chat right now that has an issue with each and every single person up here, myself included. And we're talking about Ryan, and we're playing this video, and people come in. 3 separate people come in with hot heads attacking.
No, the good Tiffany, that was on the screen. So I'm sorry if you missed it. I was talking about someone on screen.
That did happen. I like Willow. He always has some really, you know, I always read his comments because he says some cool things. He really does.
Yeah, I read out the good Tiffany's comment about blocking and moving on.
And then he does detract from things. And it's situations like that are happening time and time again. There's night disses. There's
I don't know, Tiff.
I left Discord because I'm sick of all the drama that happens.
They said your name, but they didn't say what you did. She did. Yeah, you didn't do anything. Just a comment or something. Oh, really? I'm going to have to check that out. Thanks, little Giblet. I like history. I'll check it out, definitely.
In Discord, I left in my emails. Emails are insane. It's so asinine and bizarre what happens behind the scenes in this place, and you know it, girl. You've been here long enough. You know
hold on. Please give me a chance to talk. That live stream that you're talking about Ryan Upchurch, that was the triggering moment for me. That was when
Thank you, Monica. Monica said, honestly, you're totally right and deserve the same patience. I'm sorry for any participation I ever had because it's not fair. These excuses wouldn't fly if it was you. Thank you, Monica. And you're 100% right.
Well, and there at times, there's a little sliver of that I've also got to agree with her on. Oh, dear. This has been a shocking second part of my life. I've had to slightly agree with her again. But it is what it does happen. Hey, Taz, good to see you. This is, yeah. I don't like having to agree with anything she says, but she has, you know, just a sliver of that's true.
I was like, deciding, okay, I'm done with that entire side of YouTube, because everywhere I go, these people show up talking shit. And I love your channel, but I got to put up with those people showing up in chats talking shit. And I don't want to see it anymore. So that's why I was like, unsub for me. Anybody that has to do with any drama, I'm done with it. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I hate that side of YouTube at this point. I'm sick of it. Fucking sick of it. So that's why I'm like, I don't care. I'll lose hundreds of subs, I'm sure. But I don't care. I want to be no part of that anymore. I don't want to show up on a panel and see that girl in Good Egg talking shit. I'm sick of it. It's annoying. So,
And that's not what's happening. So, what I was going to say,
But it does happen.
is that I bet you get it worse. Is Will living in a fantasy world? Like, is the color of the
No, but it has happened. I get where he's coming from, but I really think the delivery was god awful, and maybe he should have did it on his channel. Hey, Curvy Barbie, but I just watched some things and did my research. I think a lot will come to light. Oh, okay. Oh, I think Tony. Yeah, I lost power. The storm, lightning struck or something. I sure will, Alley Cat. I sure will. Oh, go Tiffany. It's your birthday. Dancing out. Celebrating your shootout. Oh, yeah, these.
I in his world purple? Because I cannot
Hey, May.
how he doesn't see that he's all drama.
Hey, May.
And
Thanks for
without
coming
Queen
in.
Bee and the tragedy pimps and Betty and all the drama associated with it, Galera would still be at 13,000 subs. He wouldn't be at 19,000. He is only at 19,000 subs because he jumped on a bandwagon with Queen Bee. So now all of a sudden that he's at 19,000 subs, now all of a sudden he can't stand Queen Bee. He can't stand this one. Bitch, if it wasn't for Queen Bee, you would still be at 13,000 subs. Because your good buddy Annie, she didn't do shit for your fucking channel. But Queen Bee absolutely grew your channel. So instead of being an asshole, how about you fucking appreciate it? This is why I can't stand him.
Okay.
Delusional.
So what it is, and Laura, we'll use Laura terminology. What it is she's pissed off that she's went up on Queen Bee's panel, and she's made videos after videos slamming Queen Bee and the chat, and it didn't grow her channel. But she's really jealous that she thinks, and I don't know if this is true because I didn't pay attention to his numbers. They're not my business. I don't know if this is true, but she's mad that it possibly could have helped the glare, but she didn't get that help. She didn't get that sub grab like she tried for. So really, that's the whole.
What was that, girl? Sorry, what did you say?
Words on the email end because you've been so kind and the kind of panel that you keep. I bet people feel like they can just kind of say whatever to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in emails, and you are a very kind person, so I hope they're not being hurtful towards you.
Well, it's fine.
But as far as if you're not
so manipulative.
can I say one thing? But there's no proof that I've done any of those things, and this is how I get treated all.
I corrected that. I said that you were not the one. No, you were not the one that time. But I wasn't meaning you specifically when I say that there are.
I'm talking about
poking and poking. Yes.
I'm not manipulative. I mean every word of what I'm saying.
So is it not possible for whoever this is, right? Is it not possible that when you come to Dee's channel, you have enough respect for the creator to stay on focus and to not get off task or off focus because of your own like personal feelings about
Exactly.
I've seen somebody when you had Laura on the.
What she's talking about, that's exactly what I did. And then she and Good Egg showed up and started throwing jabs.
That's a lie. Prove it.
No, it's not a lie. That girl, I went and looked it up on the Rhino Church video. I can pull it up right now.
Yeah, I was there. That was true. That's not a lie. Laura's good at attacking, not communicating. As she doesn't communicate. Perplexed is full of it. When she calls women the C word, no one says a word. When Will says it, it's the end of the world. Yeah, I don't use the word. I'm old school. I don't use the word. Galera was communicating. He's trying to. I get where he's coming from. It was just the way it was all handled. And he said it started with with the Ryan Up Church thing and him being gone after he had just when he was up on panel, I guess that was his limit. I guess he was done. He's entitled to feel that way. Just like she's entitled to feel that way. You know? Plain Jane. She says men get away with it more. Yeah, especially in anger. It's the anger. I mean, he can go from 0 to 100 quick.
He said me and Good Egg. I did not know
yeah, it wasn't that girl. It wasn't that girl.
I wasn't even here for that live. But
Sorry. I missed him and that girl. It wasn't that girl. It was
Right.
big and
Well, maybe not that particular
I've been
time.
told Good Egg that he
Deet, if you're still here, please tell me who you just said, because Galera talked over you, and the last one I heard was Laura, and then he started talking, and I
At blank slate. Hypocrisy. Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. Hey, wishful thinking. I used words that we grew up saying as curse words. We weren't boards over our butts, but neighbors in the milk van. Yeah, my husband doesn't talk like that, and I wouldn't, hypocrite. Yep. I would not agree. I wouldn't stand by it. I would with him talking like that, but he doesn't talk like that. Listening to yeah, I'm gonna watch that later after I get the kids in bed. Okay. Okay, sorry, my brain was having a moment. That word was looking not right. My brain's had a lot of those lately. She is not being a hypocrite. She is doing commentary. Hmm. Well, again, everybody's going to have their own take on what they hear or read. Uh, because everybody processes things differently. Everybody takes things in differently. We need differences of opinions.
oh, I didn't mess with anyone, so I'm just curious who that was. Because again, Galera talked over you. I couldn't even understand.
he's obsessive about it. If you must know.
Yeah.
But she has her reasons, so it's not on me.
no, that's not on you. You're right. That is absolutely.
But it's so overwhelming, and that I don't want any part of that side of YouTube anymore. I'm done with it. Like, I can't even keep track of who is who and what they're saying and blah blah blah. And I'm just over it. Like, I want to grow my channel, but not with numbers that consist of people like that. I don't want it. So
I don't think Deets, and she can correct me if I'm wrong, minds understanding the issues in the community and talking about them and going over them and having these conversations. It's when it gets to 3 years ago this happened, and 5 years ago that happened, and in this case this was happening, and
stupid
person, whoever you like at the moment, people are jumping on that side. They don't even know the entire history.
Right.
Nobody can ever expect us to, because
And
it was
that's
years
true.
ago. So what we're doing is saying, well, Will's been doing this for years. Well, I've been following Will for 18 months, and I haven't seen that. I've never gone to his live where I felt offended as a woman or insulted. I haven't personally. So I make my choice, and people will say, oh my God, I can't believe you support somebody like Clara. I would that to you. I don't care who supports you. But I personally, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do. Oh, Tracy, and I have no doubt that you're telling the truth, because people do the same kind of shit to me. But I personally felt the need to discuss several years ago because Will, out of nowhere, brought it up again and lied. So for me, that's why I did it.
Can I just interject really quick? And I'm not drunk and I'm whatever.
What-
I'm just awkward. I'm awkward because
What Chasing said is true. That's exactly what happens. Right away, the different trains start. Either the for train or the against train, without finding out the facts, without hearing it out. Honestly, I don't want to hear it out. I don't. It's their private business. It's their personal business. They shouldn't be putting subs in the middle of it.
too much for me. I've never, done this type of thing. I'm not
Okay, I don't know who this Lex person is.
even good with computers, and I'm not reading chat. So if you're saying bad things about me, I won't know until later. I just want to interject because I never, and a lot of people never judged Will about past YouTube drama, and a lot of us weren't even subbing to those other channels like Queen Bees or anything. A lot of us came from true crime, like Grizzly and Ickamel and other people, and we fully supported him. But and we wish we could still.
Okay, and I want to address Tawanda's comment. She said there are a lot of creators who have changed for the good. Some are still assholes. This goes back to what Good Nunya said originally, which is getting lost, and nobody has repeated it again, and it needs to be repeated. Tawanda, your experience with someone is not someone else's experience. So you may think someone's an asshole, but Government Man may not. They may think that person's the most wonderful. So keep your opinions of your experience off of everybody else's. And that's what seems to have gotten lost and people need to be reminded of it, that your opinion of your experience with someone is not everybody else's.
Okay.
So keep your.
But Laura, you do the exact opposite of what you're telling people to do. That's you actually had no skin in this game, but you inserted yourself to be relevant or irrelevant or obnoxious, whatever you're calling yourself. You clearly didn't listen either, because if you listened to any of it, I wouldn't be reviewing you, reviewing them. Yeah, she can, so she can't give her opinion. Yeah, give it. But yeah, I've watched her. That's why I don't. Yeah. Another dictator, BHB. Laura doesn't want to hear what anybody else has to say if it doesn't match what she's saying.
Opinions to yourself, because maybe to someone else that person has changed. For example, to Wanda, I think you're an asshole, but that's my experience with you. So someone else may think Rod thinks you're the most wonderful person in the world. So who's right? We're both right. It's our experience. So my opinion on you is not going to be someone else's. And that was the whole point that Good Nunyo was talking about an hour ago, that nobody has reminded the chat.
Yeah, I don't understand why she had to say that to someone in her chat who's there watching her, giving her a view. But she had to call this person out because this person has a different opinion. You can't do that. It's not right. But it's not. It's just my opinion. It's not my channel.
It was for a lot of us, Cherry lighting up fires everywhere behind the scenes and under all accounts, and saying a lot about.
What is people with all these? I don't know if this is true. I don't. What is with all these alt accounts going around stirring up stuff? A lot of people seem to do that. I don't know in this case what happened, but I'm just saying in general, a lot of people seem to do that. No, actually, I didn't watch it. I never watched Laura's review because you know what? I could have got her in trouble. A little bit of trouble. Because I was live when she was doing that. But no, I never actually even watched what she said. Because what Laura thinks or says means absolutely nothing to my life. Nothing. She's proved who she is on here. She's proved who she is. Yeah, I don't have any else. I can barely keep up with just my regular account. There's no way I can keep up with more. I get so far behind. Hey, Helen. Waiting on your turn again?
Tomorrow.
Wanted to ask me something about tomorrow. Standing still. Hey. No, I don't do Laura day after day. In fact, I've only reviewed Laura a few times.
She left me. Where'd she go?
Blair behind his back too, and to the point where a lot of us. I know you don't. I know you have your feelings about that. I know you've already told me to go fuck off. I get it, but even some male people that appreciate you have said that she is a thorn.
What's that, Beats?
Hey, sorry, I dropped earlier. My Wi-Fi's wonky, but I hope you don't mind me hopping up and explaining something real quick, if that's okay.
Oh no, I'll play in your stream. Of course I don't mind.
So there's these comments from Riddick in the chat, and it's just like, oh well, what can we say about our comments to not hurt Liz? That's not what my point was, and I feel like my point's been missed by her, by others, by so many in my comment section. My point was not Will's feeties. No, he can handle his own feties. My point was when you poke and you poke and you poke at a person, and then they explode. It doesn't matter who that person is. when they explode, then that person ends up looking like the bad guy. And I don't think that's fair to anyone that gets poked at. Yeah, and that's all I was saying. But and it's not. It wasn't even. I used Queen Bee's live as an example, not for what she did, not the laughing at his dancing. No, that's funny. Actually, it's horrible dancing. That's all. But it's like it's funny. Whatever. It's the attacks and the comments and the pokes and the pokes and the pokes. Like, and you're absolutely allowed to have your opinion and make those pokes. And others you are. But then when that person blows up, why are we shocked by it? That was my point. That's all I was trying to get at, and I guess it came out wrong.
But honestly, and my long-term people will tell, I've been saying that for
First off, I was in the lives when all this happened. I was in the chats. So Laura was not. Laura doesn't even like or support the people that are involved. Hey, Mama of a Gladiator. Yeah, I didn't say whatever. Let me back this up. What is this? What, Dallas? I missed that comment. I don't know what was said, but don't come in here and put words in my mouth. That's one thing I won't do. I stand on what I say. And I'm reviewing Laura because Laura puts out this stuff. She wasn't there. And she needs called out sometimes. Everybody does. She did it to me. I can do it to her.
That if you don't want me to say something low, then don't constantly attack me for stuff that I've never even done or don't even know who you are. And yet I get constant hate because they don't know the history, and they'll bring up something I said to one person a long time ago that kept poking and poking and poking. But they don't see the poke and poke and poke. They only see my reaction. So I, of all people, can 150% agree with that statement.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Standing still, you can be here. All I ask is that you be respectful. Because she wasn't there. That's all I know. If you can't be respectful, you may exit. Thank you for coming in. Here we are respectful. We don't lie. We don't dox. And we don't go after people.
Yeah, and I it wasn't even, the whole live was not even supposed to be about him. People missed the first 20 minutes of my live where I was going to talk about a completely separate sub-community that I'm a part of, and everything got off track and got pushed this direction, and so my frustration ends up coming through for multiple reasons, and I do apologize to everyone for that, because I was very frustrated. I'm sorry.
I don't think you said anything wrong.
Oh, I do later. I do throughout, but it's just...
No, you didn't, Deets. No, you didn't. Nobody was bothering to listen to you on your own panel, in your own live.
Trying to express it, and it's for me too. People poke and poke and poke at me, and if I explode, then I look like the asshole because I finally exploded because you didn't see the 50,000 cuts, that happened in the background, and that was the whole point of it. It's not about Will and his BGs. Go take that up with him. But my point still stands.
Did him and that girl ever date? Because they seem like an old married couple.
I have no clue. I have no clue what their past is.
And be still. That's great. You can support whomever you want. That's fantastic. I have no problem with you supporting anybody. I just want you to be respectful in here. That's all.
They have the past, and I know they have a lot of issues about it. I think she was just his main mod, from what I understand. I don't think they dated. No, I think she's married and stuff.
Tracy just said exactly. I was telling Deeds that Laura is the person who will get poked and then eat your eyes. She will say the most crazy stuff, but she does warn people that she's going to. Acceptable? I don't know. See, but anybody else, Tracy, if you push and push and push, their excuse is, well, you pushed me hard enough, and then it's all unicorns and rainbows. It's okay. I get it. It's okay. I understand. You were just mad. Or, I see people, that girl being one of them, talking about, Glara coming after her for 2 years. I have people coming after me, calling me the craziest shit in the world for like 5 years already. There's nothing I can do about it. Whatever. People that I've never even met talking or twisting something I said a long time ago when I'm the first one to own everything I say.
That's not true.
Did you say this? Yep, I sure did. Now ask me.
No, come on. That is not true. And I know Deets knows that sitting there too. You often deny you said something or say you forgot. You forget. And Laura, I've got it in many clips right from your own channel. Have you noticed the difference here? Laura would have blocked you. Oh yeah. If you would have went into Laura's chat talking like that, you'd have been out.
You know, that's the part that people leave out is the why.
Yeah, they do. And good, I'm not. My point with you is that I'm having a life, and if you respect me as a creator, you wouldn't have continually done that. And so now it becomes like, okay, here I've got him telling me that out of respect for you, I didn't attack that girl up on your panel, and so okay, I appreciate that.
But
well, how come you?
But Deets, Laura didn't respect you. She came in there to try to make you look bad, to prove you wrong. That's why she came up. She was on her way somewhere, and it was just so important she had to stop her life and jump on your live to try to prove you wrong. Of course, she didn't, but that was her intent. That's messed up. That's not having respect for the creator,
You would not
in
go
my
on my
opinion.
channels and do that, good. You know that. That's all I'm gonna say. You wouldn't have. But you did it in mine, and it's hurtful. But it's not just that; it's a lot of other things. But
Have you
I
been
just wanted to clear
Have you
up
been here my full stream, or you came in?
I came in later.
Okay, I said when I don't think you were here yet, but Glera, I think it was before Tracy went up, and before I think even that girl went up. Glera is under this impression that like we own subs, and that's the barrier that I've been trying to break coming on your panel, is that not everyone's gonna like me, and that's okay. But this bashing nonstop. There's people in my chat, like we went back to the way it used to be. There's people in my chat that I know talk crap about me. That's okay. As long as they don't do it in chat, we're not letting anybody bash anyone. Like, yeah, a couple things, but like on my panel, we're not doing that. And that's the barrier that I've been trying to break. Like, we all share subs, whether we like it or not.
What?
We all share
That's not
subs.
true.
And no sub should
Laura, none of that's true. Go back and watch your own streams.
feel like they can't come here, they can't come there. Or if I jump up on your panel, people in Discord are like, hey, Laura jumped on Deep's panel, here's the link. My people shouldn't spend the time, trying to counteract all this hate of people that I don't even know who they are.
Standing Still Life will be back under a different name, probably.
But the same way, like that, like Lara was trying to, well, I don't want Queen Bee sub. Why not? Why are you acting like you don't?
You don't ask him that. I don't know the answer to that question. I get what you're saying. That's kind of what I got to by the end of this, is there's just so much hate, and I don't know how we ever come to common ground, and maybe we can't. And I do allow opinions on my channel. Maybe that's my fault for allowing all of those opinions, whether as long as they're not attacking their race or their gender. I just assume, this is my stupidity of assuming, that most people can act like adults when someone that they disagree with is around, and you can have a civil conversation, but I don't know.
My thing is, this is what I started to do. This is what
well, I guess I can't say that, because there's probably one or two people that, honestly, I don't know if I could have a civil conversation with them. So I just don't go around them. They're not on YouTube in real life. It's from years ago. I don't even live in the same state as them anymore. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I could. I don't put myself in those situations. So, I mean, if you really have that much dislike for someone, then just don't go where they're at, or just wait, till they're off panel, then you go up. It's that simple. It's called adulting. Why you can't just be on the same panel? You don't got to be BFFs. I don't know.
Which I'm still waiting for. Show proof. It's okay that if you want to call someone a liar, like Glare was calling that girl a liar. Well, she's a liar. Prove it. Just prove it. Don't come up here and tell me this one's a liar unless you have proof. Don't sit there in my chat and bash someone that they are a liar or they're this or that. Prove it. Show me the proof, and then you can have that opinion. Or show me where to go to that proof, and then you can have that opinion. And I'm hoping that makes a difference, because that's what I'm starting to do.
I think she did. I haven't went and looked at it, but I think she had. She said she put a bunch of stuff on it. I haven't looked at it. Well, I misunderstood you.
Yeah, no, he was saying that she's a liar. And I'm like, you know what? We may not be, twirling hair and making bracelets together, but I don't know her to be a liar. So,
in fairness, they both called each other liars and other things. In fairness, I'm just... Oh, thank you, Kirby Barbie. Appreciate that. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I think she's lying here. So I think that seems to be the go-to. If you don't like someone, oh, they're a liar. No, just because you don't like them doesn't make them a liar.
Well, and that's kind of the point Daniel and I were trying to get across. Is we're acutely aware that there is past history between so many people here. There's past history between people that I'm with in my very first community here on YouTube. There's lots of past history. We totally get that. But when you bring it to the table every time and people aren't aware of what that past history is all the time, then we're just left completely confused and observing in the moment, and we can only look at the current actions, And so it's just all.
Yeah, but a lot of times that past history is made up.
Thank you,
For example,
Kirby Barbie.
Grain, I don't even know who this woman is. I have no history with her. Zero. She
like
acts like we dated. Like, I literally have no idea who she is. Everyone's telling she used to be followed the. I don't know who she is. I've never even interacted with her. And she I have a history together.
I somehow just don't buy that, Laura. I don't believe that. I just don't. I don't know. Yeah.
You were probably on panel with her over at Queens because she came around Queens around the Quentin Simon time.
I was on Queens. Yeah, I was on that.
What is a panel snap? I'm guessing freaking out on panel. Nothing like a good snack. Yeah.
Whole time, but I would say, I don't know, towards the end, I believe.
I think she might even have been on one of the panels when I showed you and Josie up there together. So and that's the thing, you might not remember her, but I think that she probably does because that's where she landed here on YouTube. And when you land in a certain spot on YouTube, that becomes, a pivotal marker in your memory. It does.
But she's calling me a cunt. I don't even know who this woman is. I give zero thoughts to her. But here she's running around like her on your panel. I think it was your panel the other day. I'm like, who is this woman? And that's what I'm talking about. If you listen to her, you would think we have this long history together. I don't even know who she is. I've never interacted with her. And if I don't remember.
Maybe she's a long-time watcher. Maybe she's watched you for a very
long time. I've never interacted with her. I personally have never interacted with her. So my point is, that's why I put it on the community post. Show me proof of all these things I've done to you. Just show me something. Nothing. Silence.
I like her. I think she's a great fun gal, but I understand. Everybody has different perceptions. I'm learning all this stuff. There's so many different perceptions of so many different things.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, I totally get what you're saying about history, but make sure that history is real. And it's not just someone jumping on a bandwagon or somebody just hating to hate, because that happens a lot too, or way more than you think. I've been around a long time. Way more than you think.
I get that. I know that there's a lot that happened. And again, I don't know if you'll go that far in this live, but when we talk about the part where, there's this there's a split here based on, old school versus new school. And I don't mean a split as in like a battle or a hate or something like that, but there is, a change, and it's a learning curve for everyone when it comes to that aspect. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I happen to like Rain. I don't agree with anything we're saying. I really don't. I think Rain is cool. Oh, True Crime Dime, you shouldn't have done that. But thank you so much.
I mean, you have a new group of people coming in and doing things a little differently. It's going to clash with the group of people that were here, who are established, have been around for a very long time, and they do things their way. Not that either one's wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's going to cause this little bumping around issue, and we all just got to figure out how to intertwine a little better.
Yeah, but nobody's really doing anything that is so different other than the baby bullshit and obviously the suing. Yeah, the striking, the suing, the bullshit.
I'm talking about just how chats are ran. You and I have talked about that, how chats are ran and how mods handle things and stuff like that, and how we have different, some might have, and that's not even an old versus new thing, so I don't know why I brought that up. I'm sorry, I'm tired. But it's there are just different ways of handling things and different.
Absolutely, and nobody's right or wrong. It's the whole thing. I always use Popcorn Planet as an example because they're so big. And I think it's pathetic the way they write. Well, unless you donate $24.99, we will not stop our chat to thank you. And yet they bring in thousands of dollars a day. I don't get it. I'll never get it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things around here I don't think I'll ever get.
I agree. I've been trying for a long time and still can't.
Well, thanks for letting me help up. I got to take my dog on a walk. I just wanted to try to clear out that I wasn't saying, that Queen was smoking, because now there's this whole thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what happened on that live. And it's just an example of no matter who it is, if you continue to poke and poke and poke, you continue to poke me, you continue to poke Laura, you continue to poke anyone, they're going to explode eventually. And it always looks like the person who exploded is in the wrong. And I'm not saying that they are in the right either. I'm just saying, if you look at other things, it might be different. But we don't do that. We just look at the explosion. And I have this intense feeling, and I've had it for a long time, that things are getting ready to implode around here. And there's lots of little subsectors of this community that are just going at each other, and they're imploding and breaking up and having all these issues, and I just feel like it's going to keep getting worse and worse.
Yeah, Dietz is speaking the truth. It's exactly what's been happening. It's insane. It's like, stop. And all the behind the scenes stuff is insane. But some people did take it wrong. She wasn't saying anyone in specific. She was talking about a specific live. It isn't. Oh my God. Yeah, I see that. Oh, I'll fix it after. It has the section right anyway. I can't believe I did that. Um, it's insane what goes on. It really is. It's like people. It probably is. I did it without my glasses on, so it probably is. Yeah, it's supposed the W shouldn't be there, and yeah, it's totally done. I'll fix it afterwards. That's what I get for not having my dollar store glasses on. Can't see these little letters. I never ever had a problem seeing anything until about a year ago. And the little letters, yeah, blank slate chaos. It's like, don't follow this one, don't follow that one, don't go over there, or I have to. It's insane. I don't have the time or the energy to follow subs around to see where they go or who they talk to. I just don't. I don't have it in me. Don't want to have it to do. And people, let me tell you, it is a lot different getting two kids ready for school in the morning because that's two lunches I got to pack. Then after I get them off to school, then I got to come home and straighten up and get my husband's lunch ready and get him up and get him ready for work. Yeah. And then he leaves. I thought once I adjust the schedule, once his schedule changed too, so I'll have more time. It's just going to take a minute. Anyway, let's get back into this. But they totally tried to they missed totally what Deech was trying to say and tried to make it seem like she was saying it, hey, Gina Marie, about one person, but she wasn't. She was saying about what's going on, period, everywhere. And it's crazy. And Deets would never say anything to purposely hurt anyone.
Crystal, thank you, Grandma Sherry. You really think so?
I do. That's what my life was about. It was another little subsector of the community that I'm in where there was a big implosion over there and it caused a huge divide. A lot of ex-mods that are ticked at each other and caused a lot of tension and drama. And that's what that was about. It ended up shifting to this. And based on comments and emails I get, I feel like that's coming in other areas too. And I don't know what to think about it. I don't know.
Yeah, and what is with this shit? Don't be sharing.
Like, it just feels like there's so much backstab. And that's why I just got frustrated because it feels like, oh, well, what are we doing?
See, but I guess it's how you interpret backstabbing. Because I'll be honest with you, of everyone on this, I don't know who Lex is, but like that girl, the Glera,
yeah,
even
she
you
does.
To a big extent. And I know that you're not part of the hive, but Queen Bee really did grow a lot of channels. I mean,
what do you mean she's not?
But I like, and I like the hive, and I like going there, and I just feel like there's, continued frustration with certain things, and it's not Queen, it's other things, and but then there's also other little subsectors of this community, and I feel like you could say that you might think the hive helped grow my channel, where I could say that Brittany J grew it just as much as she played me around that time when she had 2,000 people in her chat every day, or Burnt. Exactly, you don't know who that person is, or Burnt Toast helped grow when she played a video, or this person over here, or that person over there, but you're not aware of those communities, and that's just my point. I feel like all those other little communities, and I know that there are several of us that do bounce around to these different sections, right, that others aren't aware of. And as those little subsections start to have drama and issues within, and I just see it kind of coming to this bigger community that we're all part of.
Okay.
I know, I'm a confusing mess.
No,
it is a big mess.
I hear you. I just feel like some of the backstabbing, and I don't like Queen Bee, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, I can still give credit where credit is due, which is what people have a problem with. But I personally have seen it, and a lot of these channels do owe Queen Bee a thank you. And they shouldn't backstab her because she did grow their channels. A lot of them. And,
And the reason you're saying what you are is because you're butthurt because you don't think yours did. Okay. Yeah, Grandma Sherry, I lose my glasses. I'm terrible with them. I have to go to the eye doctor. I really do. But I want to read some chat here. It's hard to read like this. Oh, I can't wait to get off here and get StreamYard. True Crime Dime, thank you very much. Getting old sucks, let me tell you. It's weird because I'm one of the few people in my family that didn't wear glasses. Yeah, it is Twister. That's a good analogy of it. It is. It is like playing Twister. Let's see how we can twist this. There's a lot of people that do that. So, does anybody know why Beta wiped her channel? I mean, I'm sure she just privated everything, but was it because she got that strike because of what she was doing on Twitter? Yeah, this is crazy. This whole thing got just so crazy.
What the Glare is doing now, I think is 100% wrong, because without the whole tragedy pimps that really started on Queen Bee's channel and grew from the core of Queen Bee's channel, you know, Savage too, but then she kind of stopped.
See, that's where I first saw it, was that when I was watching, I was over there in that little community doing clips of all of the summer content, and that's the first time I had seen that kind of stuff, is when Savage came into Benny's, and then Savage and Benny and Dolly started having their like little war and seeing what she was doing over there. That's the first time I had seen the whole like call out stuff. I don't know about all the drama community, and I don't pretend to know all about the drama community, but that was my first interactions with it, was seeing that little thing happen.
Well, good luck in college, wishful thinking. It's not easy once you're out. True, but she does twist up her beliefs with facts. Oh, because of the strikes? Hope. Yeah, I was going to review that. There was just a little snippet of her one live I wanted to review. She said some really gross shit. I don't know why she puts that stuff on YouTube and then gets mad if someone talks about it. Yeah, she did say crazy stuff and thought people would start striking everything, maybe trying to save her channel. Well, you know, almost every video she did threaten people, multiple people, me being one of them. I could have struck her, but I didn't. I joked around about it and said I would. But, you know, I'm not. For what? What purpose? She gets too far out of hand, she's going to do it to herself. Just like her mentor Molly did.
But I'm saying that Queen Bee's channel as a whole really grew a lot of channels. No matter who the person was, and now Glare, I don't like her. Well, you certainly liked her when she was growing your channel. You certainly try to kiss her ass when you wanted her subs. Like, that kind of backstabbing.
Now, see, that's not true, though. That's not.
But that's just.
Up until recent, I think he's always made it clear how he's felt. But, you know, okay. Whatever you say. You're just butthurt because you didn't get the sub grab that you thought you were going to get. Didn't work for you.
Yeah, parting ways is one thing, but long history with them. I mean, at least own the fact that she without her, you'd still probably be 13,000 subs. Tragedy, pimp, hate bonding, grew channel. Exactly, same thing. That's what I'm talking about. The tragedy, pimp, hate bonding, which all started the core between Savage and Queen Bee.
Okay. What tragedy? Okay. Wait a minute. It was also on Twitter. I read because of the KJ group on Facebook and doxed someone from that group. I'm not surprised. Her and Steve and EKC took over that group and they created another group for the victims of KJ. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? If Ada put all that energy and research into true crime and stuck to facts, she could actually be good. Yeah, but she's not interested in that. And wishful thinking, that is fantastic that you went back to school. Good for you. Good for you.
I mean, that's just facts. I agree. But what the Glare did is literal backstabbing. Didn't he donate to her, if I'm not mistaken? He donated
okay,
to
that's not backstabbing, though, Laura. I mean, I think they've all been clear with their feelings on each other. But he still was supporting her with the thing with BHB. That's not backstabbing.
fun, I think. I heard.
I have no clue. I know he supported it. I don't know if he donated.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, he did. He was on panel when he did it.
I didn't say backstabbing. That was Laura. I didn't say anything about backstabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just on panel the other day. That's what I thought. I thought the same thing. I was like, wasn't he just on panel? Like, oh, we may not always get along, blah, blah, blah. Now all of a sudden he hates her so much. Come on, dude. You're fake as fuck.
So I was just hopping up to explain that portion about poking, what I meant. But thanks for letting me do that. I'm exhausted. It's been a long week in real life, not on YouTube Live, but also on YouTube Live. So I'm gonna hop down.
She's the 10th one to find furniture. Denise.
Oh, someone just got hurt. That's oh, he didn't donate any money. I thought he did. Still haven't heard. Yeah, there's so many different definitions of tragedy pimps. So many.
In your side with a black heart in their specific words.
See, this is the thing about Cherry, and I'll explain.
No, you already told me the thing about Cherry. I want to hurry up. I don't want to argue. I don't like it.
You said it. Let her finish. No. You don't get to come up here and start saying these things and planting these seeds, these poisonous seeds.
I'm not planting seeds. I was giving clarity with what Tracy was saying. This is not just about.
He said he had no issues with Queen. He said an hour ago in this live stream that he hates her, that he doesn't like her. Now I'm really confused.
Your past will.
Nobody brought up Cherry but you. Nobody brought up Cherry but you. Why did you do that?
Yeah. Because they're saying it's just about your past. Is not about your past. It's going on right now. Other new people, a lot of them,
Lex,
have been talking about what's going on right now. And when I say new, I've been a sub-sue for almost a year now. Like within a year, this has been going on behind your back, and it's all come to light.
You know what I'm saying?
And then Raven just told you to let you know. You said, "Well, yeah, I know, Cherry. I give her full permission." So now it's on you. Everything she created, you took responsibility for. I'm done, Deets. I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to let you know that you were.
Okay, so this person that's on panel has an issue with one Glaire's, I guess, top mod and friend, Cherry. I don't know if any of this is true. Yeah, the Glaire did donate. I remember I was watching when he came on panel that day. Thanks, True Crime Dime. Yeah, I'm going to do a couple more minutes and I got to get the kids some dinner. They got to eat. They eat constantly. Had to have a big snack. Of course, I always have to have a nice snack ready for them when they get off the bus. And they're ready for dinner.
No, I
can take off. Let's fucking see. I hate this part of YouTube.
Okay, I get you hate it. Let me talk though, please. So, thank you, Lex. I was just going to tell you that you were breaking up, but what you're saying here though is again, it's a lot of the shit that's happening behind the scenes, and we're not aware of the things that are happening behind the scenes all over the place, and then it's brought to
exactly.
So if you look at 100% of things that are happening, and we as subscribers and other creators, we're seeing 10%, and we are not understanding the other 90. That's so much is happening.
And Will was, people did try to contact him before I even went on panel, and he was ignored. I mean, he ignored them. Sorry.
Oh, I don't pay attention to this shit. I'm like anybody can tell you that.
But in fairness, though, Glaire, I get that. I get that you don't like the drama and you try to not be a part of it. But if your lead mod, is going behind the scenes and causing all this drama with people, and just saying, just maybe you should have a talk with her or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going on. I don't know what's being said. But I feel like cheesesteak hot pocket. Are those things good? I tried. Years ago, I used to eat the ham and cheese ones, but they changed the way they made them, and my kids just aren't into stuff like that. Why are creators attacking subs? Exactly, Rachel D. That should not be happening. I 1000% agree with that. Because honestly, without subs, there is no YouTube. Yeah, I'm making the kids something easy tonight, something quick, probably some mac and cheese and something else. I'll make something else to go with it, something simple. The fake hot dogs I feed them, they think are hot dogs, but aren't really hot dogs, but they don't know that. Because they've been eating them since, for 3.5 years. They have no clue they're not really hot dogs. Buttery garlic on it now. Okay, you're making me hungry.
Planting seeds. I'm not going to ignore them out just because you can't do your own grown-up business.
You're sitting here trying to be manipulative, and everyone can fucking see it.
Manipulative?
I don't feel like she is.
I think, of course you don't, but she absolutely is saying that I ignored her messages, and now
no, not my messages. They're other people's messages. I messaged you, and then you know it's up, and then I blocked you.
Cherry had nothing to do with the conversation. So why is Cherry being brought up by you? Exactly. What was your motive there?
Because Tracy was saying that this is just about your past. It's not about your past. It's about what's been going on in the past years.
You are full of shit, lady.
Everybody can hear me.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
You're a little low.
Okay, well, what I was
Everybody
trying to say in the beginning is there's a ton of shit that happens behind the scenes. This being
I was just going to say, who's the moth? My opinion may be the minority, but I've heard much worse come out of the mouths of women, and there is no blow up. It's not a matter of men or women. It's a matter of who's liked at that moment.
Oh, okay.
Being one of them. I didn't know any of this was going on behind the scenes. I'm in almost every one of Blair's chats. If
I make sure not
replay. Right. So if this is happening behind the scenes, that's where it should have stayed.
Yep.
If it was an issue that you guys.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not the friendliest of chats. I mean, if there's somebody I know in there, I mean, you know, I'm not in there all that often, so, but I'm not gonna, I'm gonna be honest. It's not the friendliest of chats. I mean, I like chats when you go in, you can say hi back and forth to everybody, and you know, I don't like it when someone comes in and says hi to everyone, and okay, I don't know, but that's just me. That's just my take.
Why didn't it stay there instead?
Yep.
Because of the morbid panel, everything that is going on.
I wasn't even
before the morbid panel, Tracy Ann.
I wasn't even on the morbid panel.
It's in the stand.
I called him out because I didn't want to be a person behind his back. That's why I went on his panel to begin with. I wanted clarification, and he said everything by himself with that panel.
Lex,
And I'm not being manipulated. I'm saying you said you didn't even want to check your emails. You don't want to even. That means you want to deal with it. So when it comes to your light, you get to call us names.
Well, I was just thinking that we didn't all know about it, or I didn't know that there was all this crazy animosity at all until after the morbid thing. I knew that there were like little weird sneak disses that I kept seeing all over the place that I didn't understand. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then it's kind of blown up. And I'm like, what the hell is this Will's week to be attacked? I just want to know where we're at in the attacking. And if it's his week, I'll just wait till next week to participate.
I mean, in all fairness,
Tracy's right though. Tracy.
doesn't force anybody to do anything.
If they want to be heard, they do have to do it publicly because you will not interact with them
You hear this logic?
Steve,
Like,
can I
no.
say something?
It's freaking-
Nadia, I would love to hear what Nadia has to say. Let's let her talk.
That logic is insane.
Let me also say that's how you know that he's in the drama community, because I'm sure that, and I'll use them again as an example, I'm sure Popcorn Planet doesn't have subs texting them or contacting them worried about what mod said what. That is a total drama thing to do. So, Will, you're a drama hoe. Just saying.
Yeah, and you know, I'm bad about checking messages, but I do it, and I will get to it. You can't just ignore your subs. I mean, and I do. That's one thing I do really need to work on. I need to do faster responses. And I'm getting better at it. But Outlaw, you traveling? You be safe out there. There's some nasty storms going around.
Insane. That forces you to do this.
Can I speak?
Yeah, please. Sorry. Go ahead.
Everybody has every right to be who they are, right? Wholeheartedly. If I'm an asshole, then I'm going to be an asshole. If I'm a bitch, I'm going to be a bitch, right? Excuse my language, please. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be respectful. Listen, not everybody is going to like everybody, but I'm sorry. This to me is like, it's gross and it's so childish. I don't care what side it's on. And I'm not trying to invalidate anybody's feelings from the history or what's going on yesterday, today, tomorrow, whatever.
They're Nathan's. Yeah, they're not real. They're not like they're vegetarian hot dogs. They don't know that. And I use turkey dogs too. And they just think they're hot dogs because that's what they've always had. I hit a few nasty storms a few days ago. Yeah, well, it plummeted here out of nowhere. It zapped everything. I mean, I lost all power. But thank goodness they got it on quickly.
But like, come on, like we've got to be bigger adults than this. And the fact that, like, I don't personally, I don't care about the history. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't sub to his page because he's just not my style. I never have because he's just not my style. And I know that he respects that, and I respect that.
Totally. Absolutely.
So I don't understand why, like, we're like, Claire, you need to change. You know, that girl, you need to change. That so-and-so, you need to change. No, be who the fuck you are. And the people, your vibe attracts your tribe. The people who support him, they're going to ride with him until the wheels fall off. The people who support Queen are going to ride with her till the wheels fall off. That's called adulting.
And no judgment to those who feel loyal to Queen Bee. I have no problem with that.
We don't do this in real life.
Nobody does any of this in real life. It is insane. They're literally the sneak disses, the side attacks,
Like, I feed them like either turkey dogs or vegetarian dogs, hot dogs. Not like the pork and beef mixed ones they sell. Yeah. I've actually had they've had a play dates over. And do you know that little girl would not touch that hot dog. It was a turkey dog, and I don't think she'd ever had one before. She, you know,
the back chats, backroom things, the emails, all of that.
She's that, but there's obviously people who are still feeling some type of way that she fucks with constantly. So I don't want any part of it. I'm just moving along because Queen Bee is not that important to me at all.
Well, to be fair, you didn't just simply say it.
Yeah.
You did, and again, just trying to be fair on both sides of it.
Yeah, people that keep saying their stuff in chat. I personally just think people aren't typing enough.
Does that really matter? You know, I mean, I was on a
It
channel.
matters. It does.
I think it does. I mean, you told.
That's expected to. I was on a channel that things are expected to either be offensive or just silly and funny, but they're going to get offensive most likely. And
they get over on Blair's channel or Tracy's channel or something, like they get over on Queen's channel. That's not what morbid is. And I don't know if he went into it with different expectations or what.
Yeah.
But I've known about Morbid and who he is for well over a year now. He's one of the first big creators who commented in my comment section when I was a tiny channel. So the insane emails that I get every day telling me to check into him and look into his past. Do y'all think I haven't done that?
See, and this is where I'm skeptical. Okay? This is where I'm very skeptical. I agree with
Yep.
Deeds. Everyone
Ego.
should make their own opinion. Christy, I have something to say to you. Hold on. I'm glad you're back. Excuse me, I'm glad you're back because I wanted to say something to you in a positive. It's not bad. But I agree with Deeds. I just don't know why this can't go for every single creator. Why she can't say, if you don't like Laura, then don't watch her. You know what you're going to get. If you don't like BX, if you don't like the Glare, if you don't like Chasing Truth, if you don't like Queen Bee, I don't know why only certain people get that privilege where somebody sticks up and says, hey, you know what you're going to get. And if you don't like it, don't go in there. But that doesn't mean that they're this horrible person that you think they are. I don't know why Morbid gets that respect and the rest of us don't. I don't understand that. And that's just a question.
Well, because you preach if you don't like them, don't watch them. But you watch. You don't follow your own advice. You, what they call hate watch? I don't know.
I'm not saying just me. I'm saying a lot of people across the board. If that's how you feel, that's awesome. But it should also go across the board. So what I want to say to you, Christy, is I don't know if you saw my community post last or a couple of days ago, but you know, a lot of Burnt Bee, this grain are all running around saying how I'm wishy-washy and I flip-flop here and there. And I'm like, I am the most fucking, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. That's me. I absolutely do not flip-flop. I stand by my convictions, whether people like them or not. And what's the matter?
Yeah, Marie, I like Nathan's vegetarian hot dogs. I like the turkey dogs too. I love it when they have them. It's rare they have them buy one, get one free, but when they do, I stock up.
What'd you do? You hit your bone? Oh, hold on a second. Come here. Did you get it? You got it? His little nail got caught on the rug. He got it though. No, you didn't. I'm saying that. I appreciate you saying that.
Okay. I've heard enough. I got to get the kids dinner anyway, but I've heard enough. We'll finish that. Now I can do my StreamYard. I'm going to load it, and tomorrow I'll probably go live and finish this and be able to actually share the video, not sit here and hold the iPad. I do that with, I use ground chicken and make chicken burgers. They're really good. You can season it up, and they can be really good. And I make a lot of turkey burgers. The kids love turkey burgers. But I felt bad. Their little friends were here. They were having a little play date here at the pool, and I just threw in some hot dogs and burgers, not thinking that, hey, what if this kid don't eat? You know, what if they only eat like ground beef burgers or, you know, the pork chicken mix hot dogs? I don't do them. But yeah, now I know to keep a couple on hand in case, you know, learning curve. But Laura skims through everything instead of, she doesn't see the points. But she did have, you know, a sliver of a couple points about what's going on, and, you know, and subs shouldn't be going after. But she's one that will go after a sub, though, too. She's pretty nasty to people in her chat. I mean, she's mean. She's downright mean to people in her chat. Laura just trying to be relevant. Yeah, she sure is. I've just ordered HelloFresh for vegetarian meals to try coming Monday. Oh, let me know how they are, T. Marie. I'm always looking for new stuff to cook because, you know, it gets old. Cooking Just I like to. I get bored with cooking the same stuff. And if it's something the kids want, and the hubby's not going to eat exactly what the littles want, so sometimes I end up cooking 2 meals besides doing 2 separate lunches. And there's just some days I just don't want to do it. I have to do the lunches, of course, but I'll do an easy dinner. Well, again, everybody can have their own opinions. But guys, I really appreciate you coming back in and hanging with me. I got to feed the little monsters. They need their showers yet. 8 o'clock's bedtime school night. They need to go. But I have to be uber careful with vegetarian products because they tend to use soy. Yeah, they do. Some do. Yeah. And I don't do the McDonald's burgers because they're soy milk. The kids love Happy Meals. Oh, chicken, bacon, cheese, lettuce inside burrito with mayonnaise. Okay, Denise, you just make me all kind of hungry. Oh, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna listen to Burnt Toast, and I'm gonna go listen to um that other dude, and I want to hear the stuff that was breaking today. Mac and cheese and most things in bags or boxes have sawdust in them. Google it. Dangerous for kids. Yeah, that's why I make a lot of my own stuff. I don't. I make mac and cheese, and I just because thanks Hills, with ADHD, you can help with that with diet, and I try to limit because not all sugars are bad. The doc, even your pediatrician will tell you that, but I try to make things so I know what's actually in them and what they're actually eating. I do my own baking. Yeah, HelloFresh is supposed to be. I've had my neighbor gets it and she loves it. Yep. Well, guys, I appreciate you for coming in the second time. Sorry we got cut out last time. Can't do nothing about the storms. Do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I appreciate it. Thanks for all your support. And you'll see me tomorrow with StreamYard and I can actually share a video. I'm so excited. But I got to go feed these little monsters. Night, everybody.